So this is the Labyrinth, and you can see the horses in the background. That there is the Labyrinth Rose. She's still sleeping, and though we've had some really warm weather, thankfully she's keeping her sap down because we're supposed to get down to 10 degrees again this week, which is really cold. In the background, let's see, we have a hawk perch. You can see right there, looks like a telephone pole. Actually is an old telephone pole that we placed out here for the hawks to help us in natural prairie dog control. We do have the prairie dogs. You'll actually see a hole as we walk by it. You can see the high tension power lines in the background. We've done a lot of energetic mitigation work on those to keep the dirty energy low for us and all of the beings here. And over here we have an old livestock well. You'll see some of these things, and a paneled area for a tree someday. You'll see some of these things in the background, so that's why I want to point them out right now, and some seats in the center of the labyrinth. But let's get started with our walk. So I brought my rattle with me, and whoops. Well, that wasn't very smooth. I'll get better with this, folks. Stick with me. Anyway, here's my rattle. That's the bear. And I'm just going to invite the spirits in, invite the fairies to join us. Set the intent for our highest good as we walk the labyrinth. I always give a bow to the stone people, honoring them. And so we begin. So the labyrinth, in the way that it moves back and forth, spirals in, spirals out, is the way that we're able to integrate from left to right, masculine and feminine, in the body. And so it's a very physical meditation. And as we drop into the body, as we're balancing that left to right, masculine to feminine, it brings up emotions, which then translate into thought, which then we offer up to spirit as the determiner. So it's basically like walking around the medicine wheel in that regard. Another wholesome, holistic practice. And today I wanted to talk about current events. How could I not? Today I drove to Wyoming, which is my practice on a daily basis when I have to work outside of doing this work. And Colorado, where I live, is a hot spot for COVID. Wyoming is not. And the Wyoming people are fearful of this coming into Wyoming from Colorado because they fear that we'll bring the COVID. And I mean, there's some validity to that fear. But it's also a little bit of a challenge for those of us, such as myself, who work there in Wyoming and are doing our best to stay physically distanced from others in a way to protect ourselves and to protect others. And so seeing some of the attitudes that are happening right now, so far as the differences in the way people are handling this quarantine for the pandemic, is a little disturbing to me, disturbing to others. And it's not just from Colorado to Wyoming, it's from neighbor to neighbor. And so what I'm finding is that I am concerned about our spiritual body as much, if not more, than our physical bodies right now. And so I just want to remind everybody that not only is this a physical plague, this is also a spiritual plague. And remind everybody to put on the armor of God as we navigate what's happening right now, and to look at everything through the eyes of Christ, through the eyes of higher purpose and love and compassion for one another as we relate to one another. We are called upon to be in compassionate relationship with one another, and especially now. And so if we can remember that this is a spiritual battle as well as a physical one with a virus, it may help us navigate all of this a little bit easier. And at least spread some love and some higher intent. As I come to the center of the labyrinth, you can see places to sit. I often come out here and sit and reflect. Today I'm just going to walk around a little bit more on the inside of the circle. And as I exit, in order to start spiraling out, I want to just talk about how we take that compassion out again. I guess where I kind of dropped it a little bit is I didn't share about compassion with yourself. Everyone needs to have compassion for themselves before they can have compassion with others. This is a traumatic time. Very traumatic time. For all of us, the entire planet. And so as we have compassion for ourselves and then compassion for others, I just want to talk about visualizing and remembering that what we visualize is what we manifest. And so as we consider visualizing what's happening right now is we're being inundated with news of cases and news of deaths and news of people in masks, news of people isolating. And then I'm seeing a lot of positivity. So we're seeing people stepping out of that and saying, no, we are loving, compassionate people, even in our physical distancing. And that right there is a huge thing. We need to call it physical distancing, not social distancing, because physical distancing is what we're doing. Social distancing is not what we need to do. We need to stay in touch with one another from that compassionate place. So, to remember to just consider what it is you want. What is it you really want? You want health. You want love. You want connection. You want abundance. You want food, shelter, a purpose. Spend time with that. Spend time with what it is that you want. And really feel what it feels like to have that. The way to pray is to pray as though it's already happened. And that it is so. That's why we say when we're done on the medicine wheel or shamanic journey, aho, so it is. Because it is. It is. And so I just want to encourage everybody who's journeying with me today to remember that that's the way to pray right now, in the way that it is, how it is, what it is that you want. Recognizing that it already is. Because as we know in the quantum field, it is already. It already is. And so we have many choices in our reality. Many choices. We just have to choose what it is that we want as we're coming back out of the labyrinth. And just encourage you to pray, to be present with what it is that you want, and go forward in that way. Because we are in a spiritual battle right now. And I want us all to come back out as one, in love, in health,